back in the garage with the MR2. When last we were with this car, we were at VIR for a track day. The car did exceptionally well, but we found a few issues that we need to resolve. And I also found that a lot of you guys don't really know 100% what's going on with the car. So we're gonna dive more into the car in this episode and find out, what mods we've done to it, what mods we still need to do to it, stuff like how much it weighs, specifications and stuff like that. And then we have some other small modifications that we're gonna do to make the car a little bit more suitable for the racetrack. So let's get right to it. So this is a scale, a wired scale from a company called Proform. We always use this to figure out exactly how much our cars weigh, and then also it'll tell you each corner weight. Advanced Auto sells them. I think we got this literally at Advanced Auto. And this isn't even an Advanced Auto video. Not half bad. Not even 2,100 pounds. I'll take that. So the car weighs under 2,100 pounds without me in it. And with me in it, it weighs under, like right about 2,300 pounds. That is not half bad for a car with a driver in it. That is really, really, really light. Still, not fast when you only have 100 some horsepower. Lightness is something that is pretty hard to come by. So we have good bones with the car now. If you haven't watched any of the previous build videos on the MR2, we obviously have done a hard dog roll bar to the car, and then we also put some Fortune Auto 510 coilovers on the car. It's got wheels, it has Nanking CR1 tires on it, which are 200 treadwear tires in a 205 size on the 15 by 8.5 inch wheels. We upgraded the brake pads to Carbotech XP12 front and rear, so those are a track pad, and then we've also flushed the brake fluid and are running ATE Type 200 brake fluid, which seems to work really well. When I was at the racetrack, I had some issues with tech inspection because they said that I was too tall when I was wearing a helmet and sitting in the car. I wasn't clearing this roll bar, so we found that the adjustment knob wasn't all the way down on the stock seat, so I didn't help myself when I went through tech inspection. I was certainly maybe half an inch to a full inch taller than I needed to be, but I still don't clear it. Even with the seat completely out of the car and me literally sitting on the floor pan, I just barely clear the roll bar. My head is just barely under the roll bar with a helmet on. So it seems like Toyota has just made a car that is really inhospitable to people that are, my height. So I'm 6'3", and for those of you that aren't in the US, 6'3" converts to about 0.000987 nautical miles. So what we're gonna do now is something called a foamectomy, and this is a process that's well known within the Miata community. You're removing foam from the butt padding of a seat in order to make yourself sit lower. All right, so we've got the bottom seat cushion and the seat pan, which is the metal part of the seat here, and there's these little things, little metal rings here called hog rings. I don't even have to cut this because I can literally just slide it right off because the seat pan is so rusted. We're gonna lose like another 5 pounds just from the amount of rust that's coming off with this seat. Disgusting. My God. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh! Don't breathe, Luke. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I know a lot of you guys watch this on Saturday mornings over breakfast. Basically what we can start doing is just cutting away at this foam. This is an electric carving knife that I just picked up at a local big box store. But what I've read is that this is excellent for a medical procedure like a foamectomy. So this will help us just carve away. Feel like a piece of roast beast, Luke?
Keep that 10 feet away from me.
You don't want to eat that?
I do not. That's a good slice of New York pizza if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, prime cut. Just gonna put this in the car really quick, just test fit it. see how much height we've lost, if any. Well, close, huh? Just out of curiosity, I just have the seat pan in here. I'm gonna just put this in here just so that I'm not sitting literally on this rusty metal, and just see if with zero padding whatsoever, I can clear the test. That feels like no, but here's the thing, it's really close. It's literally just like, how much am I sitting up? So if I literally just slouch a little bit. All right, well, I took some more foam out of the bottom, and now if I just sit kind of normally, a little bit slouched, we are good. If I sit, you know, like bolt upright, we're still not good. But I don't think there's really any seat that I could put in here, even bolted to the floor, that would let me fully pass if I'm sitting totally upright. So I think that pretty much any tech would be happy with this. So while we are literally waiting for paint to dry, got some little modifications to do to the MR2. Sway bars. Got some white lines, front and rear sway bars that we're gonna put on. I'm not one for throwing a ton of mods at a car and assuming that it's gonna make it faster, but I have heard from some of the other MR2 guys that sway bars make a massive, massive handling difference on this chassis particularly. Gotta drop the exhaust in order to fit the sway bar on, because it's a little thicker. There's probably a better way of taking this sway bar out than taking off coolant lines. I need to put actual antifreeze in here anyway since it's wintertime. I'm running water in here right now for the track. Don't want that to freeze. Unfortunately, just like with the rear sway bar, these end links are pretty shot, but we're gonna stuff this one in and just get it mounted without the end links so that we can do the coolant lines back up and get the car basically ready and waiting for those new end links, and then be in good shape to get it rolling again. A couple of videos ago, I put distilled water and some water wetter in here, and I explained that when you're going to the racetrack, it's a good idea to have as little antifreeze in your system as possible because that stuff is really slick. And if you wet down the track with a bunch of antifreeze, it can be really expensive for you, for the track to clean up. When it's winter time, you have to make sure, if you live in a place where it frequently gets down below freezing, that you're putting in some antifreeze, because otherwise the liquid in the engine block can freeze and then, you know, expand and crack a block, you know, whatever. Okay, so we have painted the seat brackets, reassembled the seat, and reinstalled it. Now I can fit into my race car. Rewrapped this roll bar here, the hard dog roll bar, with some foam pool noodle safety stuff, so that if my head smacks against the bar, you know, we won't have some brain trauma to my already very dumb brain. Also, you know, it gives me a little bit more leeway on that broom test. We just need some end links and some paint for the floor pan because there's a little bit of rust. I want to respray the floor pan. But if anybody's running any winter track events, you know, hit me up. I'd love to get some off-season seat time in this thing. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.